I've always been into cars my whole life. My head turns when I see a cool car on the road, and so when I had the opportunity to work at a car dealership, I was, gosh, I think it was right before I turned 19 years old, I started working at Acura. And I was lucky enough to be there when the first NSX came out. We got the first one in the state of Washington. So I got to be part of that, take pictures and go for a ride in it. That kind of started it off. I have a 1998 Acura NSX. My license plate, it is NSXSEA, so it's kind of NSX and Seattle, because I was born and raised in Seattle, but you run it together, it's NSXSEA, because I think she's a sexy bitch, because I lust after it when I see it. It's beautiful. Shortly after my first husband passed away, I was thinking about leasing a car where I worked. I looked at the price. My credit wasn't that great at the time, so it would have been $650 a month. It was time to get something new, and so I started dreaming and looking around, and I was talking to one of my friends that I worked with, Rick Lyons, and he said, you know, why don't you just get like $20,000 and buy a car? Bought the car and had no place to park it. I'm like, what was I thinking? Kind of putting the cart before the horse. So I parked it at Acura for about a year while my garage was being built. And one of our technicians was pulling a car into the warehouse and backed into it and kind of put a crack in the front bumper around the passenger side headlight and turn signal area and scuffed it up. And he came into my office white as a ghost. And I'm thinking maybe somebody in his family died. And I said, what's wrong? And he's like, I hit your car. Let's go look. And I'm like, it could be worse. You didn't drive down the side of it. You just bumped it. You know, yes, you did a little bit of damage to it, but I figured that was the least price I could pay basically for having free parking for a year. When it was delivered, I was working that day, and it was basically Memorial Day weekend, 2011, and I saw the truck show up with all the cars on it, and I started crying. I could not believe it was mine, and it was a huge decision. I'd never bought a car by myself before, let alone something that wasn't going to be a daily driver. I think it should be taken care of, but I think it should be driven. It's not so rare that it shouldn't be driven. It's not a garage queen. I mean, yes, it sits in a storage unit because I can't get it up the steep driveway at the house I currently live at, but it doesn't get as much mileage as it should. I have MS. I was diagnosed in 2008. I have scoliosis, and I have a bulge disc and 2 compressed discs in my low back. I really haven't done a ton to it. I did put Eibach and Coney suspension on it and lowered it probably 1.5 to 2 inches. I have put an aftermarket stereo in it, just the head unit, no speakers or anything like that. So it's got Apple CarPlay. I do plan on getting bigger wheels and tires on it so they fill out the wheel wells a little bit better, get a bigger, wider stance on it. Probably replace the suspension because I got it used, and maybe even put some like air cups in it so that I could lift it a little bit to get over some difficult areas. I think people think they're so unattainable, but when you think about the price of cars now, mine's not that much more expensive. You know, I just always hear all these stories that people save things for special occasions and when they get older and they don't get the chance to enjoy them. I figured I would buy it and deal with the consequences, whatever they may be, but it does put a smile on my face, so it was totally worth it. I figured, you know, life's short. I waited 20 years, it's time, so I did.